सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यस्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Page 88, page number 8, topic 13, last 3 lines. सर्वत्र शास्त्राविरोधेन च आत्मज्ञानोपयोगविषयाः सप्रपञ्चं निरूप्यन्ते तस्मादयमेव सर्वेभ्यो वेदान्तग्रन्थेभ्यः उत्तमोत्तमः नास्त्यस्य समं ग्रन्थान्तरम्। Nischala-dasa, the author, highlighting the highlights of his grantha. How great Vichara Sagara grantha. He says there is no equal grantha to this. Na asti uttamottamah. The greatest grantha is Vichara Sagara. There is no grantha equal to this Vichara Sagara. What is the reason? He said in the above lines in the last class we saw, because all great superior most granthas, what are all there, they are all advanced granthas with a lot of tarka, with a lot of logical terms, technical terms. It is very difficult to understand for all people. That is only for Uttama Adhikaris. It is not available for all people. He says like that, but he used tarka words in this. But he explains elaborately. And he gives a lot of footnote. Footnote means the tippani he gives. One reason the uniqueness of his grantha is, it is without any high technical terms, very simple my grantha. It is not like Advaita Siddhi, Naishkarmya Siddhi, like advanced granthas, but my grantha is very, very, very simple. At the same time, I have extracted the entire Vedantic teaching in this grantha. I have extracted all ideas, entire Vedantic teaching, and I have put in this grantha. Therefore, it is very, very unique grantha. And another reason he gave was, many granthas are in Sanskrit language. They are all in Sanskrit. But many people do not know Sanskrit. Especially in our India, we have 14 languages, not 1 or 2. There are many regional languages. What they did, regional languages people, It is fine to have a regional language written book. If you read, it is wonderful. But the problem is, he says, they are written in regional language without having much knowledge about Shastra. All regional languages authors, those who have written, they are all not having full knowledge about Shastra. How confident, boldly he is telling. So boldly he is telling. They are not having full knowledge. And another reason also he said, what is the drawback for these regional language authors? They don't have Sanskrit knowledge. Full knowledge they don't have. They have only very minimum knowledge about the Sanskrit. They don't have full knowledge in the Sanskrit Vyakaranam. Without full knowledge in Sanskritam, how they can translate that Sanskrit version into mother tongue? That means without the Sanskrit knowledge, anywhere, wherever people write, it cannot be an authentic book. You cannot take it as a pramanam. A strong author here, Nichala Dasa. Of course, he is also a sannyasi, strong sannyasi. And directly he is telling, they don't have Sanskrit knowledge, they don't have studied fully, thoroughly also. See, to give benefit to the people, many people, they want to, even in English also. English is also a regional language for English people. Even in English also, do they have Sanskrit Jnanam fully? Have they studied full of my Shastra? My Shastra, he says, my Vedic tradition, do they have full knowledge? When they don't have full knowledge complete knowledge in Sanskrit and in Shastra, how they can? Have they studied Prasthanatrayam? Have they studied Shankara Bhashyam? Have they studied all the commentaries? Without that, even they write granthas, how can we rely upon them? Look into the line. Sarvatra Shastra Avirodhena Cha My Grantha. These are all the defects of the regional languages. That is why whenever we want to study thoroughly, clear, listen carefully. Whenever, if you are a serious mumukshu, serious Vedantic seeker, if you want to get moksha, Jivan Mukti, you must study from a guru who is teaching Sanskrit version, not any other book. Keeping English book in front, keeping Telugu book in front, keeping Malayalam book in front, or Tamil book in front. If you study, that is why even I ask students, please don't keep a Tamil book. What it means, why I say like that, I love Tamil script, Tamil language. But if you keep those regional, either Telugu or Kannada, after teacher teaching, you go on for verification, you go and read it, okay. But when you are studying from a teacher directly, Sanskrit is the best way of learning. Best way of learning. If you want to get full benefit. Otherwise, even Guru Stotram you cannot chant properly, even after 2 decades. That's what I say always. If at all you want to study, read in Tamil, you have to put 1, 2, 3 numbers, 4 numbers. Ka, kha, ga, gha, cha, cha, ja, jha. The pronunciation is very important. Otherwise, the meaning will change. Even translations, any translation. That's why he is very, very particular. We must learn Sanskrit, at least reading Sanskrit. If you do not know high Sanskrit grammar, doesn't matter. Teacher will take care of. Teacher will explain. at least reading in Sanskrit. When teacher is explaining grammar words, Sanskrit words, if you are able to make use of that class in Sanskrit version, you will get full benefit. You are the beneficiary. Teacher is not going to get anything. You are the beneficiary. That's why I emphasize always, keep always Sanskrit version books in your hands. I do not know how to read Sanskrit letters. By 30 days language. 30 days you can know the language minimum, how to read, how to understand. Any language, 30 days it is available, minimum. Afterwards, Sabda Manjari, Dhatu Manjari, little you can learn grammar. Why can't we spend time for grammar? Because all our treasure is in Sanskrit language. It is Deva Bhasha. If you know that language, at least listen from such a teacher who is teaching in the Sanskrit text version. Suppose we do not know, at least sit and listen. Without book also, if you sit and listen, the Sanskrit words and Sanskrit version, it is very, very good. Okay, that is called Sampradaya. This is Sampradaya. One has to put effort to study. How you are going to put effort and all, it is your problem. If you want get full knowledge, you have to put effort. Jnana won't come that much easily. You have to put effort. Okay. Now he says, this is the text, why it is superior. I am telling, Shastra avirodhena. Nowhere it is going against to our Shastra. Avirodhena. Virodha means going opposite, against. It is not like that, without any or without violating any moolam, Sanskrit works. Without violating any Sanskrit works. Works means books. Without violating any of our Sanskrit version of our Shastram or text books, literature. Avirodhena cha. Then what it gives, my text, if you study like that only, Atma Jnana Upayoga Vishayaha. Atma Jnana Upayogi Vishayaha. Upayogi means prayojanam, benefit. My text is meant for Atma Jnanam. It gives the benefit of Atma Jnana. That is the subject matter. My text subject matter is Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana Upayogi Vishayaha. So many ideas, topics I have discussed. Each topic is giving clarity about yourself. In English, yourself is different. About yourself, give gap. Normally we write yourself. I am giving gap. Each topic of my text, each idea in each topic gives clear knowledge about yourself. You see, yourself. If I say, there is a different meaning. Give knowledge, clear knowledge about yourself, about your nature. That is the greatness of my grantha. Nirupyante saprapancham. Along with so many ideas, it is proved in this text. Tasmat, therefore, ayameva, this text alone, sarvebhyaha vedanta grandhebhyaha. There are so many Vedantic granthas. If you want to read their names, this author himself has written many books. He has studied a number of books, this author. And if you want to read the names itself, our Vedantic scriptures, time is not sufficient. You go to a library, any library, wherever Vedanta books are there, Vedantic book house and in Bangalore or here also. If you go and read the names of those granthas, either Jyotisham or any other science connected to Vedas, all comes under scriptures only. Your life is not sufficient. Even names to study. What to talk of grantha? Those granthas are very, very, very unique granthas. Nirupyan tasmad ayameva sarvebhyaha vedanta granthebhyaha. When you want to compare with all other Vedanta granthas, my Vedanta grantha is superior most. There is no equal Vedanta grantha to Vichara Sagara. That's why, what? You all must continue to study Vichara Sagara. This is called publicity. Advertisement. Publicity to... I never knew that these many students will attend the Vichara Sagara class. Whether 10 students comes, 5 students comes, I want to start Vichara Sagara. But to my surprise, many of you are coming and attending the Vichara Sagara text. It is not a joke. We are going to take a great adventure like this is. I told you this is very nice text, simple text, beautiful text, complete text. That's why I love to teach. I hope you also love to learn. Very good. Next topic we will enter. Up to here we saw in the last class. Now 14th topic. Sadhana Chatushtaya Nirupanam Anubandha Chatustayam Adhikari Vishayam Prayojana Sambandhanam Anubandha iti nama Sarvasyaiva hi shastrasya Karmano vapi kasyachite Yavat prayojanam noktam Tavat tatkena grihyate Iti vachanat Prayojanadi gnana bhave Vivekinam granthe Pravrityanupapattehe Tadanga bhutaha Anubandhaha Prathamam nirupyate. I hope we are entering little bit familiar topic. Tattva Bodha. Like, if any one of you have missed Tattva Bodha, long ago, so long ago, we did Tattva Bodha. Vichara Sagara Granthakarta, he don't want to take it as granted anything. Because the listeners of my Vichara Sagara must get full benefit. Therefore, I want to do threadbare analysis from the beginning itself. Don't feel that, oh, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. I know if you miss, you will miss the whole text. But the way he explained, you won't get anywhere. In Tattva Bodha, it is only just superficial words only mentioned there. But he gives elaborate meaning. It's like a notes. He gives like a big notes, like beautiful explanation. Now look into the portion. 14th topic onwards up to 37th topic. What he is going to talk, you know? Sadhana Chatushtaya Nirupanam. My goodness. Poduma. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamad, Shatka sampatti, Mumukshutvam. On these 4, he is going to talk. Nirupanam. I am going to prove or establish Nirupanam. What are they? Sadhana chatushtayam. Chatushtayam means a group of 4 factors. Sadhana means means. Sadhana means means. Techniques. What are the required qualifications one has to acquire to attain moksha? The group of 4 factors. Nirupanam, description, definition, discussion, Nirupanam. Up to 37. Now he starts from 14, 15, 16, 17. Like that topics will come up to 37. Now you have to see whether I am having that qualification or not. Who is the candidate to study this Vichara Sagara? He is going to talk. What are the 4-fold factors? He says, Anubandha chatushtayam. Anubandha means connecting. Bandha means to tie, to connect. Anubandha. Anu means instantaneously. Instantaneously, badhnati. Instantaneously connector. Instantaneous connector. Anubandha. Each one is connected to, intertwined. Anubandha chatushtayam. Connecting, linking factors. Anubandha chatushtayam. The group of 4 which are the connecting factors, linking factors. Linking what and what? Connecting whom with whom? Connection means there must be 2. Linking there must be 2. What is what? He is presenting adhikari, number 1. Among those 4-fold factors, number 1 is adhikari. A fit candidate who is a deserved student after 20 years of study now. If you study Vichara Sagara, am I fit or not? What I did 20 years of study without qualification, my God, oh, you will wonder really. Adhikari. To get moksha, Atma Jnanam, one has to study this text. To study this text, the listener, the audience who are listening, deserved audience. Deserved audience. I told you, this is a class, this is not a discourse. Many times I feel a Vedantic teacher to teach any further text. Suppose she starts Bhagavad Gita, she or he starts Bhagavad Gita, she has to prepare those students for Mundakopanishad. If she is teaching Mundakopanishad, she has to prepare those students for the next Kenopanishad. Unless she prepares the student mind to study the next higher text, her teaching is meaningless. How she prepares? Shastra prepares. Guru is not going to prepare, sitting and giving key to every student. The way the teacher teaches makes the student a eligible, qualified candidate. Then alone the teacher can develop next Upanishad, next Upanishad, next Upanishad. Like that, completing 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita is one part. Then 10 Upanishads or 11, 12 Upanishads the teacher has to teach, means she has to prepare the students for a length of time. Then she has or he has to prepare the student for Brahma Sutra. Why? This Prasthanatrayam alone is kept as Vedanta Granthas for moksha. That is why every Vedantic teacher has to prepare her own or his own students. Without that, the teacher cannot talk any next further text. That is called adhikaritvam. Whether the student is becoming adhikari or not, the student only knows. Fortunately or unfortunately, we do not know. The teacher do not know whether a student is becoming qualified student or not qualified student. But the teacher is go on teaching systematically. Bhagavad Gita, chapter by chapter, from first chapter onwards. Upanishads also in a systematic manner. There is a parampara, there is a paddhati. And Prakarana Granthas also. Teacher is teaching, but student has to attend. That is also very important. Teacher is teaching, whoever attend all those subjects, they are all the beneficiaries. They get benefit. That's why Vedanta class is very, very tough. From student standpoint also, teacher standpoint also. It is not easy like any other text. There is a consistency, there is a systematic teaching, there is a lot of effort is required on teacher's side and student side also. Why I am talking this much time? Adhikari. Who is the deserved fit candidate? Am I fit candidate? Like Nachiketa, can we claim Bahunamemi Prathamaha? That Emi enna Telugulo Emi illa. Telugulo Emi. Eti itaha yanti, Emi ivaha imaha. Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam, Emi. I am in front. In everything I am in front. I am first going everything first. Nachiketa says. Therefore, every Vedantic student should remember, I am like Nachiketas. There is another meaning for Yeti Itaha Yanti, that E Dhatu Adhika Sreshtaha Ityarthaha. To go is also one meaning, E Dhatu, Ingatau, but another meaning it gives Adhika Sreshtaha. That is why Nachiketa said, Bahunamemi, Emi Prathamaha. The confidence should be there. I am the best, I am the first. When I can say I am the best? If I read Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, then I can understand where I am standing. Okay, Adhikari. Number two is Vishayaha, the subject matter. The subject matter. Then number 3, Prayojanam, benefit. What is the Prayojanam I can get by studying this Grantha? So there is a Prayojanam. Then 4th one is Sambandha. Sambandha means a relation, connection. Connection existing between the knowledge and the benefit. Jnana Prayojana Sambandha. Between the knowledge and the benefit. The Sambandha. All these put together, Anubandhaha iti nama. They are all interconnected, connecting factors. Anubandhaha iti nama. Nama means it is the name given. This name, Anubandhaha iti nama. Purusha Shastra Sambandhaha Karta Anubandhaha. In Sanskrit, if you want. One more aside point I would like to say. If you don't know Sanskrit also, if you systematically attend and write whenever the teacher is talking Sanskrit words, even though you don't understand, doesn't matter. You write first, go on writing. One day you become a Sanskrit, not scholar, but you know Sanskrit reasonably. You understand. Simply you understand, without any difficulty. Very, very easy. Nothing is difficult if you put effort. Okay? Anubandha iti nama. What is Anubandha? Purusha Shastra. Purusha means the candidate. Shastra, the subject matter. Shastra, Sambandha Karta. Purusha Shastra Sambandha Karta Anubandha. So, I am the one who is interested in studying. So, the text is here. Grandha is there. Purusha Shastra. Anubandha, there is a relation between me and the text. Why I have to study otherwise this text? I want to get some benefit from this. There is a connection. So the book and myself, they have connection. Otherwise, why I have to spend now here? That is called connection. There is a traditional sloka. Acharya gives, Nischaladasa gives the shloka from that traditional shlokas. He quotes one shloka, that is Sarvasya hi Shastrasya Kasyachit, whatever Kasyachit. Now I will give you the gist of the shloka. Very nice shloka. Kasyachit, whatever Shastrasya, whatever be the Shastrasya Sarvasya evahi, whatever be the scripture, the text, either Purva Bhaga of Veda or Anta Bhaga of Veda, Karma Kanda or Upasana Kanda or Vedanta, Jnana Kanda. Sarvasya, whatever be the Shastra, Karmanova api, even any ritual, Vedic ritual, Karmanova api, Yavat prayojanam na vuktam, as long as there is no prayojanam, vuktam not mentioned. If the prayojanam is not mentioned, vuktam means mentioning, na vuktam noktam. If it is not mentioned, prayojanam na vuktam ched, yavat, until that time, tavat, tat kena grihyate, who will study, who will grasp, who will take that? Who will take that? Like the seller and buyer. The seller and buyer. Middle of broker. Okay. This broker is one who brings the seller and buyer together. House broker is there. He brings the seller of that house and buyer of that house together. Guru is like a broker. Okay. It's not wrong. Okay. Correct only. Guru is the one who is bringing the student buyer. Shastra is the seller, bringing together. We have to understand somehow or other. See, language, there is a facility in language. When you understand, that's what teacher has to come down to the earth to reach the student heart. That is important. Anyhow, that's why teacher may put jokes. Every teacher has got his or her own way of mannerisms, their own way of expressions, their own way of usage of words. Doesn't matter, but in keeping with the Shastra, the subject is important. So the teacher is also oriented towards subject. Student is also oriented towards the subject. Like you students, good students. Okay. Prayojanam yavat prayojanam navuktam tavat, until you present the benefit of that, nobody will come and study that text or any other object also. Best example in nama TV advertisements. Who will buy otherwise? Tell me. So everyone can buy an object when you see the advertisement. What do they say? Ordinary Jendu balm you want to buy. He shows a nice picture and she's suffering headache, and after applying, relax. Then you go and buy that Jendu balm. So advertisement, publicity, prayojanam should be said. Another statement I used to use, you remember? Prayojanam anuddishya namandopi pravartate. Even murkhaha, mandaha api, without keeping some prayojanam in the mind, who will approach towards that object or a thing to buy? Tell me. Without having some benefit in the mind, even some people, they won't talk also with some people. If I talk with this if I talk with this person, what benefit am I going to get? If I don't get any benefit, why I have to talk? Yeah, there are so intelligent people, they don't never talk easily. ஏதோ எனக்கு பெனிஃபிட் இருந்தால் பேசுவான், இல்லைன்னா பேசவே மாட்டான். என்ன பாரு, மந்தாபி ந பிரவர்த்தது. ஓகே, அதுதான் மீனிங் ஆஃப் த ஜிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த ஸ்லோகா. ஓகே, therefore iti vachanat, since this is the scriptural traditional statement without any prayojanam, no one can approach either to study the text or to that go to the class and attend the class and study from the teacher. How can you put the effort to come to this class? If I go to this class, I will learn so many things, so many vishayams. Means what? About Srishti, about Jiva, about God. Swamini is giving so many explanations. I will get lot of information. First information. Okay. Then, oh my God, it is a great wonder. I am learning such a thing. Nobody can learn like this. You are so happy. That's why you are coming here. Therefore, iti vachanat prayojanadi jnanama abhave. If prayojanam, the prayojanam is not there, prayojanadi jnanabhave, if that is not known, if the prayojanam is not known, jnanabhave means what? If there is a prayojanam, there is a prayojanam by studying this text, that jnanam should be there, isn't it? If I am doing this work, this activity, there is some prayojanam. You should know that jnanam should be there, is it not? Abhave means in the absence of the knowledge of the benefit of that action. That's the translation. Prayojanadi jnanabhave means the absence of the knowledge of the benefit of that action. Sanskrit easier irka, English easier irka? Sanskrit is easier irka. Understand? Abhave, absence. Absence of what? Jnanam, knowledge. Knowledge means not Brahma Jnana here. Knowledge means knowledge about so and so benefit. So and so benefit. I will get that knowledge. If that is not there, prayojanadi adipadat, any other benefits, adipadat, linking factors. Because adhikari, vishayaha, prayojanam, sambandha, 4 are there. Acharya presents only prayojanam here. Adipadat, you have to add vishayaha, adhikari and sambandha. Adipadat, you have to add. Why I have to add? Because he has already mentioned above. Therefore, you supply here prayojanadi, prayojana, vishayaha, and sambandha, adhikari. You have to add other 3. Nirupyante. Sorry. Prayojanadi jnana bhavi vivekinam, wise people. Vivekinam means those who are having discriminative knowledge. Viveka. Vivekinam. Uha poha vichakshana jnanavan. The one who can know the pros and cons. Uha poha. minimum common sense and artham. Ingita gnanam. In Tamil also they say buddhi illen solluvaanga, buddhu and solluvaanga. To get Brahma Jnanam, you don't require high intelligence. Paramarthananda Swamiji says always, you don't require highest qualification or double degree, post graduation, PhD, doctorate. Not required. You don't require. You don't require high intelligence, high caliber. All are not required. You require reasonable common sense. Ingita Gnana, Vivekinam. The people who are having Viveka, discrimination. Vivekinam Grandhe Pravrutti Anupapattehe. No intelligent person will come to this Grandha to study without knowing the benefit. Without knowing the benefit from the text. That's why authors always give the benefit. If you study my text, my Grantha, what benefit you are going to get, they will mention. Either back side of that text or front side, they will mention that. So you have to read first page and last page. If you read, whether this book is relevant to me or not, you understand. Okay, that is the meaning. Vivekinam, particular. Vivekina means a person who is having a particular mind, allotted time, mind, quality mind. They are all called Vivekis. Those are having a particular time, but allotting time for certain important things to know. They are called Vivekis. They spend their time. Time is money for them. Time is money means very judiciously they spend their time. Every minute is very, very valuable for them. They don't want to waste their time. They are called intelligent people. Pravrittihi means going towards the text. Going towards the text to study. Going towards that text to study. Pravrittihi anupapattehe. People will not spend their time without knowing the benefit, either through the text or through that any action. Anupapatte means it is not possible. It is not possible. Anupapattehe, it will not take place. Tat anupapattehe tad angabhutaha anubandhaha. Tat means that shastram, that ritual. Any ritual also people perform. Why? I will get so and so benefit if I perform this ritual. That is the meaning here. Tat anga, that shastram or any ritual. Angabhutaha anubandhaha. Anubandhaha means a motivating factor. Pradhamam nirupyate. First I am going to discuss about that Anubandha Chatushtayam. Next page we will go. Here nirupyate. Here itself 15th topic. Adhikari nirupanam, adhikari lakshanam, nisargataha eva sarvesham antahkarane malavikshepam avarnatmaka doshatrayamaste nishkama karmanushtanena antakaranastha malarupa dosha nivrittihi upasanaya vikshepasya yasya nishkama karmopasanabhyam mala vikshepayoho nivrittavapi स्वस्वरूपावारकज्ञानं न निवृत्तं यश्च पुष्कल साधन चतुष्टय संपन्नः सो अधिकारी Adhikari Nirupanam. Nirupanam means here discussion. Discussion about whom? Adhikari. Candidate, deserved, fit candidate. Adhikari Nirupanam. All the bold letters are Moolam. Smallest letters are Tippani. Okay? It's because there is no line in between, not separating the footnote and Moolam. Adhikari Lakshanam. Lakshana means a definition. Definition of Adhikari. Definition of a fit candidate. I am going to discuss about a fit candidate who is deserved to study Vichara Sagara or any other Vedantic text. One more aside point. Puja Swamiji, Dayananda Saraswati Swamiji says always the values, 16th chapter is very important, but Lord Krishna taught Atma Vidya in 2nd chapter itself. By that time student complete Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter only Daiva Asura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga comes. Swamiji feels, why Bhagavan kept the Asura, Daiva Asura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga 16? Let us study first 16th chapter. Let us qualify first whether we have Daivi Sampatti or not. Swamiji feels like that. But Krishna has got another intention. What is that? Krishna thinks everybody is Uttamadhikari. After that, if not possible, you are not able to understand Arjuna, come on, get these qualifications. 13th chapter, 16th chapter, like that he expressed there. Anyhow, now you see, Adhikari Lakshanam. What are the qualifications? Nisargata eva sarvesham antahkarane. So one should accept one's own limits. What are all I am having drawbacks? What are all I am lacking? That is honesty. You must have honesty towards your own character, your own behavior, your own conduct, whatever you have. According to that, we have to accept everyone by birth has got 3 doshas. Acharya says, Nisargataha eva means by birth. Janmataha ityartaha. Nisarga means birth. Janma arabhya. By birth itself, from birth itself, sarvesham, sarvesham, for all people, without any exception, for all people, sarvesham, antahkarane, inside their own antahkaranam, mind or intellect, antahkarane, what is there? Antahkarane mala vikshepa avaranatmaka doshatrayamaste. Poduma? Mala, there are 3 types of doshas. 3 types of doshas are there. Doshatrayam. 3 doshas, 3 defects are there. Aste, as dhatu, aste, asate, asate, pradhama, purusha, ekavachanam. Aste, mala, impurity. Mala, impurity means what? Daily I am taking bath, Swamini, 3 times, 2 times. Not physical impurity, but mental impurity. Emotional disturbances are there in the mind. It is a type of impurity. Raga, Dvesha, main comes under impurity. Connected to Mundakopanishad Bhashyam. Raga, Dvesha, impurity. Strong likes and dislikes. Anger, jealousy. Arishad Vargas. Okay. 6 enemies. Who are they? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryadi, Malarupam. They are all Malam. Then, second is Vikshepaha. Restlessness of the mind. Vikshepaha. Anxious mind, preoccupied mind, disturbed mind. I am here but I don't hear. Bodily present, mind wise absent. Because mind is always hovering on something or other. Vikshepaha. Third dosha is avarana, veiling, concealing, avaraka. That which covers, the fact, the truth. Avaraka. Mala vikshepa avaraka. You can take avarana here. Avarana is that which covers your real nature, the truth, that is ajnanam. Mula vidya, atma ajnanam. Mula vidya covers, conceals, veils. How to remove these 3 doshas? Is it possible? Which type of brush can I bring? Iron brush or plastic brush to rub off mala, vikshepa, avarana? Not external soap, surf won't work here. You have to do what? Nishkama karma anushtanam. Nishkama karma anushtanena. May you serve selflessly. Nishkama means without any sankalpa, without any agenda, without any selfish motive. You help people, you help family members, you help the society, and you serve to the Lord. Not sakamataya, but nishkamataya. You can pray for entire universe, not for your selfish ends always. Always self-centered. That is sakama. To remove your raga, dvesha, kama, krodha inside, once these 6 enemies are there, fear automatically comes. Bhayam comes, insecurity comes, unhappiness comes. Therefore life becomes so miserable. Suffering, suffering, suffering. Therefore nishkama. Don't expect anything from anyone but serve and serve. Nishkama. Then karma, nishkama karma. Panchamaha yajnas. In religious angle, Panchamaha yajnas. Do regularly puja. Serve animals, serve human beings, serve to the society, environment, everything. Nishkama karma, Panchamaha yajnas, anushtanena mala nivrittihi. All this you know. Many times I have enumerated all of them. Antakarana mala Antakaranastha Antakaranastha malarupa dosha nivrittihi. I told you this book is like a guide. Can you see this definition in Tattva Bodha? Even Bhagavan Krishna won't say. But Shankaracharya writes in Bhashyam, Acharya presents here, Antakarana. Where is this dosha? Where is this malam? You are cleaning, the house cleaning, dress cleaning, everything you are cleaning, body cleaning, everything. But how to clean your own mind, which has got lot of impurities, full of doubting nature, full of what do you call, complaining box, complaining on everything, every person, everything. This is very easy to complain on others. So all these are there in Antakaranam, Antakaranastha, in your own heart, in your own mind. Antakaranastha malarupa dosha. This dosha can be removed by Nishkama Karma. What is Nishkama Karma? Listen to Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga, 3rd chapter. Don't ask me, Swamini, will you teach? I have already taught. You go back to your notes and see. Then Vikshepa, how to remove? Upasanaya Vikshepasya. By Upasana, meditation. Upasana means Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam. Eka Rupa Ishvara Dhyanam va, Vishwarupa Ishvara Dhyanam va. You can practice Upasanaya. Vikshepasya nivrittihi, you have to supply. Vikshepasya, the distraction of the mind, restlessness of the mind, extrovertedness of the mind can be removed. Nivrittihi means removed. Nivrittihi, it supply. Yasya Nishkama Karma Upasanabhyam. By this Nishkama Karma and Upasana, I can remove Vikshepa Rupa Malam, Vikshepa Rupa Dosha, Mala Rupa Dosha I can remove. Nishkama Karma Dvara, Upasana Dvara, Mala Vikshepayoho Nivruttau Api. Even though these two are removed, our problem is not solved. Some people say, I am very soft, very straightforward, I am very good person. Good person only is a goodness is not sufficient. Straightforwardness is not sufficient. That's why he says, Mala Vikshepayoho Nivrittavi. I am very straightforward, my focused mind. Many people say he is work oriented, duty oriented, he is taking care of family members, father, mother. So what? So what? They are very satisfied with their social work. Lions Club member, Rotary Club member. And I am doing a lot of social service. So what then? Nivruttavapi, you may be free from raga, dvesha, you may be free from extrovertedness. But that is not sufficient. Swaswarupa avaraka ajnanam na nivrittam. By karma yoga and upasana, swaswarupa avaraka ajnanam, that ignorance which is covering your own nature, that ajnanam, self-ignorance which is covering your own self, atman nature, that na nivrittam bhavati. It cannot be removed, it cannot be destroyed, it cannot be eliminated. Yaha cha pushkala sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha saha adhikari. This person is adhikari, who, he says, still he is having avaranam. Atma Ajnanam is there, Mula Vidya is there. But he is not having Raga, Dvesha, Mala gone. And Vikshepa, Mala gone through Nishkama Karma and Upasana. Now I want that candidate. Who says? Vichaladasa says, such a person is my candidate. My candidate and not election candidate. This book to study, that person is the candidate. How present see? Pushkala sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha saha. That person is pushkala, abundantly acquired that humility, respect towards Shastra, Shraddha, inclination, mind is very focused, not having any hidden agenda inside, childlike mind, innocent mind, with full of surrender is there. Manasyekam, vachasyekam. That type of person is required. If such a person, because of Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga, the person is ready. My qualified student is ready. Then he talks about Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. In the next class we will see. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.